Yo, what is up, guys? So we're here the next day, and last video we got the carburetors off and whatnot. But yeah, I actually decided I'm gonna go ahead and pull this engine. There's an oil line I can't get to; it's on the other side of that, and I have to take the exhaust manifold and exhaust off. So that'd be a big chore. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pull the motor. It'd be a lot easier to get to that oil hose anyways. So it only looks like 3 engine mounts. I'm not positive, but I think it's just 3 engine mounts that disconnect all the water lines and whatnot, and then pull it off of the drive shaft. And then honestly, it should come out. I'm not positive. I've never pulled one of these engines before, but just be trial and error. So let's go ahead and start unbolting these engine mounts, and then yeah, we'll get to it. Alright, so I think we have pretty much everything disconnected that we can, except for these little small hoses and whatnot, but just cut those. I'm gonna replace them anyways. Something bigger. Alright, so I pulled on the motor after I disconnected everything. And I believe I have to pull this pump in order to pull the drive shaft out, and then we should be able to pull the motor. So let's go ahead and pull the pump. Alright, so we just pulled off the reverse, whatever you call that, I don't know. And then the pump parts, not actual pump, just the nozzle. But yeah, it actually looks really good. Nothing too beat up. You want to watch for these little O-rings. You're going to need those. Those just go right here. So yeah, just watch for those. Make sure those don't fall off. But yeah, and then to take this off, I believe you just undo these 4 bolts. Or nuts, actually. And then, yeah, and then this should come off, and then you should be able to pull out your drive shaft. So let's just see how that goes. Alright, so I just got the impeller housing pulled off, and I mean, it doesn't sound too bad, so probably just have to replace the oil in it, and we'll be good. What I don't know about is this part right here. I don't know if this was plastic or it was just an O-ring, a huge O-ring that got it's really dried up, so that probably wasn't sealing very good, or probably wouldn't have. Probably was when it was at least used back in the day. But yeah, all this looks pretty good, just super dirty, so I have to power wash it probably. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. So now I'm gonna go ahead and try to pull the motor. Alright, so as you can see, I finally got that drive shaft disconnected. I had to pull this little clamp that they had on there, pull that off, and then slide the drive shaft off. So yeah, alright, so now I'm gonna try and take this thing out. I don't know how it's gonna work, but we'll see. Alright, I'm having no luck. This thing's kicking my butt. So, to make it easier, I think I'm going to take this exhaust off. Expansion chamber, whatever. Yeah, then it probably should be easier to get off. So, let's go ahead and take that off, and then we'll try again. Alright, so I just undid this little clamp on the expansion chamber here. And yeah, it's obvious somebody's been in here before. Some red gasket makers. It's probably not a good sign, but oh well, we'll work with it. So this should come out now. Shit. Let me set you guys down and pull it out. So as you can see, I just finished pulling these 4 last bolts and one nut off. Somebody must have broken nut off in there. Yeah, this is ready to pull out. And it looks like there's a broken nut or a broken bolt off in there. That's not really good. This is a little support bracket. As you can see, it goes to there, but yeah, that does not look good. There's also another bolt missing. I hope it's not broken off. Let me see. I can't move this thing, but yeah, now I think it'll be easy to pull out. I gotta disconnect that wiring harness, and then everything else should be disconnected, but I don't know. So let's give this another shot. Finally got this thing out. Man, that was a pain in the butt. What do you think, guys? Huh? But yeah, finally got this thing out. This was the hose I was talking about. So with it in there, I would have never been able to get to all that, so that's good. Whew, yeah. That is a hard motor pull on the 440s and 550s. So much easier, but yeah. Well, now it'll give me a chance to clean this all up. These motor mounts were trash. They just broke right off. So yeah, that kind of blows. Need new motor mounts, whatnot, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and vacuum all this crap out, power wash it, get it looking pretty good, replace all the fuel lines, order some more parts, and yeah, we should be good to go after that. Yeah, so our next step will be definitely cleaning this crap all up. So yeah, there's the motor pool and the pump pool, so pretty good. So yeah, we'll get to the cleaning, I guess.